Well, welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson, and it's always a delight to have Robin Fuller in the studio. She is with us today to make us aware of their annual event coming up, and she's with the Grants Pass Pregnancy Care Center. And Robin, I don't know, you just, you're like the energizing bunny.
Wow, thanks.
You just keep going. All right, several things going on. Your big gala's coming up. Tell us about it.
Yes, it is. Our gala's coming up. Unlike Medford's, which you said is what, Thursday?
Thursday night, right.
Ours is coming up on October 24, 25, and 26. We do a 3-night back-to-back event, same program each night, so you can attend either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, and where?
It's at the Taprock Event Center in Grants Pass.
Okay, and you have a very special speaker. In fact, we're going to interview that speaker coming up in a few moments here, but tell us about your special
Sean
speaker.
McDowell. He's the son of Josh McDowell, which many people out there in our audience have heard of.
Right.
And Sean is kind of a younger version of his dad, but he's currently getting his PhD in Christian worldview from Biola. And he's a Christian high school teacher, and he's one of the top apologists in the nation.
Yeah, I think just terrific, and we'll certainly make the point there.
Yes, we will.
All right, now part of your event this year coming up next week is something very special, October 15th, and it's a memorial service. Tell us about that.
Well, I was talking with a different pregnancy center in Las Vegas, and they started doing a few years back every year an annual citywide memorial service. And October is Infant and Pregnancy Loss Awareness Month, and October 15th is usually the day when people kind of remember the loss in their lives. So encompassing and women who have had miscarriages, maybe stillbirth, abortion. What happens is women in that situation are really grieving, but a lot of people just in our own nation really don't acknowledge there's anything to lose.
Wow.
And so it's kind of a difficult place, and we've seen it in our own center as we've done more and more ultrasounds. About 20%, some say estimates as high as 25% of pregnancies end in miscarriage. And so we see that as we're doing ultrasounds on women. There are many times when there is no heartbeat, and if this is a desperately wanted pregnancy, there's no place to grieve. Nobody deals with that issue of loss. And so we kind of took that idea and we're running with it, and we'll see what God does.
Wow.
So we're going to have just an hour-long, maybe a little longer memorial service where we invite everybody in the community. If you're even from Medford and you want to come, it's just a free event. We're just going to hear a few different stories of women who have been there and sing some songs, have some remembrances, and release some balloons at the end.
Wow. All right, that's coming up. Gee, that'll be next Tuesday, and a memorial service, and it'll be there at the Parkway Christian Center, so you may want to attend. What time is that?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. All right, let's go back to what you do for those who are tuning in, because I think that what you're doing, and of course what Cindy's doing, and I understand now you've got some activities up in the Roseburg area, the pregnancy care centers, and yours is an incredible model of what happens when you begin to care for I guess unplanned pregnancies.
Well, you know, I think as a pro-life movement in general, we really need to acknowledge that for many years, all we saw was that baby. And what is that woman really going through? And I think at our center and at other pregnancy centers, we're really dispelling the myth that all we care about is the baby. We really do care about those moms. And if we really care about her, we need to give her the information she needs so she can make a healthy decision, a good decision. And the desperate circumstances that would drive a woman to even consider abortion, that's what we need to look at. So we're not just a medical clinic, just a pregnancy center. We're dealing with the social service aspect of who she is, what's going on, how can we help her? And if she chooses abortion, make sure we're there to help her pick those pieces up, because we care about her life and her soul. And how is she with God, and does she need a savior?
Well, now you have worked very hard because you are now a medical clinic. That's not an easy task.
No, we voluntarily entered into a 2-year process with the Accreditation Association of Ambulatory Healthcare,
okay.
which is a big, long word, but they're the accrediting organization of the U.S. Coast Guard, of the U.S. Air Force. It's a big organization, and we wanted to make sure that we could prove we really are doing the best that we can for each patient who comes to us.
Wow.
So it was big. We're the 4th pregnancy center in the entire nation to achieve that. Wow. And many more pregnancy centers are looking at it, especially in Oregon, because of all the legislation that's been against us to try and say that we're not good at what we do and we don't know what we're doing, right, and we're fake medical clinics and all these other things.
Now, there was a run at that, the legislature last go around, and you brought to our attention how close and how serious that is. Give us an update on that.
Well, we managed to defeat Senate Bill 490 this last go around, and really, besides knowing it was God who did this, I think what managed to shut it down was a personal relationship with a lot of the legislators that had been invited into their local pregnancy centers to understand what it is we really do and to see the millions of dollars worth of care that we provide at no cost to women and moms in need. So that, I think, is ultimately what happened. It's going to come around again. Yeah. You know, Oregon's the #1 hotspot for all that legislative stuff. So we're working on a statewide coalition, and all the pregnancy centers throughout the state are working together, and we're trying to communicate and have everybody raise their standard of care, you know, at least to a higher level.
I saw an article today on all the headlines that we read here going into the morning news that the UK now is doing gender selection abortions.
Oh, well, they're done all the time.
Yeah, and you kind of wonder, okay, where is this going to go and lead to, you know?
Yeah, well, they're done all the time in the United States. They have been for years. Just like most people still don't want to stop and think long enough to realize that abortions happen through all 9 months of pregnancy. And they do in every state. It's, you know, the laws that they try to pass, they've all been tied up in court, and if you can't get one in your own state, you can just go across state lines, and there are physicians who will do them.
Unbelievable. And of course, we have the petition drive. We'll keep you informed on that to stop your tax dollars in the state of Oregon, because right now your tax dollars are paying for 11 abortions a day in the state of Oregon. So incredible battle, and we're in it till the end, and in some ways we're winning. More people are choosing not to have abortions, and what you do and you provide certainly turning a lot of lives around. But I want to come back to the gala. It's coming up on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. How do people get tickets and how they attend?
They just need to contact the Pregnancy Care Center over in Grants Pass, 479-6264. Okay. Give us a call. The event's completely underwritten, so there is no charge to attend. It is our #1 fundraiser of the year, though, so there will be a financial appeal. But we'd love to have anybody who wants to come attend, and we'd love to showcase what we do with new people. Whoa. So anybody new that wants to come, just give us a call.
All right.
I think Thursday night is pretty tight. Really? Friday's getting pretty tight. Saturday we still have some availability.
All right. Give them a call there at the Grants Pass Pregnancy Care Center to get to go to attend. And then don't forget, coming up next Tuesday, this is a first. This
is our first ever citywide memorial service. So it's for anybody in Grants Pass. It's a way for not only the women, but their husbands, their significant others, the fathers, the mothers, the grandparents, the aunts and uncles. Everyone can come together and remember children that have been lost.
All right. Well, again, that'll be next Tuesday, and that'll be over at the Parkway Christian Center. Well, Robin, as always, a delight to have you. And coming up in just a few moments, Paulina earlier talked to Sean McDowell, and he's going to be the keynote speaker at the gala coming up. And I think you'll find that interview to be quite inspiring as well. So thanks for what you do, sweetheart. Hang in there.
Thank you, Perry.
Okay, we'll be right back.